Hi there, and welcome to this devotion. I watched our President's closing speech in the BRICS Summit 2024, and President Putin, strangely enough, was chairing the summit. And I was wondering if our President Ramaphosa was going to be outspoken enough to say something about the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. President Ramaphosa called for peace in Israel, and he pointed to the conflict in Sudan that the world needs to pay attention to. He said that everyone seems to have forgotten about the conflict in Africa. He ended off with these words, we need to support the nations and peoples that seek to end the cycle of conflict, that choose the path of peace. As beautiful as his speech was, and it was beautiful, there was nothing to President Putin. But after a bit of research, I found that President Putin was addressed by a number of larger and more powerful nations. So, on reflection, I say well done to President Ramaphosa to bring the attention back to Africa, who everyone seems to be forgetting about. Jesus, too, was very outspoken on peace. In the Gospel of Matthew, he's recorded as saying, "Blessed are those who work for peace, for they will be called children of God." In the ancient times, you learnt your trade from your parents, whether it be carpentry or farming. Your development in every aspect of life revolved around your parents. The people of Jesus' day believed that you would display qualities of your parents in your work and even in your character. So when Jesus says that peacemakers, peace seekers, peacemongers will be called children of God, Jesus is saying that peacemakers are displaying a characteristic of God. And this delights God, hence the blessing. When I watched our president in BRICS 24, I wondered how I would have changed his call for world peace. But then I had this conviction, that little voice deep inside me asking those probing, difficult questions. And that voice said to me, "Craig, how are you making peace in your community?" Well, I don't have the president's power, I told that little voice. I don't have the power that President Ramaphosa has. And then I was reminded that I don't need the president to make peace at home. I don't need the president to make peace in my workplace, to make peace in every conversation, in every interaction that I'm involved in. I was reminded that with the Spirit of God in me, I too can make peace. I too can be on the forefront of making peace in the leadership role God has placed me in. Craig can do this. You too can make peace in the role God has put you in. You too can be recognized as a child of God by making peace where you are. You too can be in your leadership role and make peace between people around you. You too can make peace with people you are in conflict with. You have that power. You, in fact, have that responsibility. You might not have a seat at the BRICS Summit, but you have many seats where you too can make peace and be called a child of God, by God. May God's Spirit empower you to make peace all around you, and may you be called a child of God. Till we meet again, God bless.